So, ladies and gentlemen, today on this Montreal Canadian Vintage Sports File, we're going to talk about a player that many thought was going to be a major force on the Montreal Canadiens offense because of his great junior and international career, but he never panned out for Montreal, but he helped quite a few teams in a successful career after he graduated from Team Canada into the NHL and WHA. Of course, today we're going to talk about the ever-talented Fran Huck. Now, Fran Huck was a very, very important cog to not only the Saskatchewan junior program for the Regina Pats. He played with the Canadian national team for a number of years and helped Canada to a bronze medal finish at the '68 Olympics. Now, Huck first came to prominence in 1962-63 for the Regina Pats, where he won the league's scoring title, and he was named also league MVP. Now, instead of going right into an NHL career, he shocked many by joining the Father Bauer Canadian national team instead of the NHL. Now, at the time, the program run by, like I said, Father David Bauer, let hockey players choose an alternative of pursuing higher education while still playing hockey. Now, Huck, like Ken Dryden, really wanted to study law, and during his time with the Team Canada from '65 to '69, he won, like I said, a bronze at the '68 Olympics, and also bronze at the IIHF World Championships in 1966 and 1967. Now, after he graduated from the Team Canada program, he had his sights in the NHL, and the Montreal Canadiens gave him the first start in his career. Now, he joined the Montreal Voyageurs in his last year with Team Canada. He played 2 games with the big club and 2 games with the great AHL affiliate, the Montreal Voyageurs. Now, in '70-71, he spent time with 3 squads. He had 12 goals for the Voyageurs in 31 games. A goal and 2 assists in 5 games with Montreal. Then he ended up at St. Louis, and he hit 7 goals and 8 assists for 15 points. Now, the reason why Huck was looked at by St. Louis and Montreal and later on the WHA as a potential major goal scorer, let's put this in perspective, ladies and gentlemen. He scored 163 goals in his last 2 seasons with the Regina Pats in 118 games. He had nearly 300 points at 291 points, which was very much almost a 3-point a game pace. Now, after a short stint with the Western Hockey League's Denver Spurs, St. Louis took him back in the '73 season, and he notched 16 goals and 20 assists for 36 points. But where he really became a blossoming player is when he joined the Bobby Hull Winnipeg Jets. And Bobby always said probably one of the most underrated, talented players of his era. And his first season in Winnipeg, he had 26 goals and 48 assists for 74 points. Now, in all this time as well, when he started in the NHL, he was a complete and licensed lawyer from the University of Manitoba, where he got his law degree in 1970. Now, through the years, there's always been jokes that who's the better lawyer, Ken Dryden or Fran Huck, and we'll get into that in a few seconds. Now, after that successful year at Winnipeg, he joined a very, very talented Minnesota Fighting Saints squad for 2 seasons. In 1975, he had 22 goals and 67 points. In 1976, he had 17 goals and 49 points. He went back to the Jets for 2 cups of coffee in 1977 and '78, and he wrapped up his career with the Jets. Now, full totals, WHA, almost a point a game pace, 194 points, including 67 goals in 228 games, and 94 games in AHL. He had 24 goals and 30 assists for 54 points. Now, like I said, currently he's a practicing, well, that's a weird team, practicing lawyer in BC. He's also senior partner in a firm which specializes in helping former athletes make the transition to life after their sporting career. Now, some great honors and achievements besides these 3 international medals. He was named to the first All-Star team at the 66 and 68 IIHF World Championships. He was inducted in the International Ice Hockey Federation Hall of Fame in '99. Most Valuable Player award in the WHL for the Spurs in 1972. And one of his biggest honors, he said, he was inducted in the Saskatchewan Sports Hall of Fame in 2006. Well, ladies and gentlemen, all I can say, he's probably one of the most talented players of that 1970, prospect era, which include, we talked about, Guy Charon, Danny Grant, Randy Rhoda, Glenn Goldup, did not win the cup. And what I like about Fran, if you see the pictures of him, he had one of the nicest mustaches in the NHL besides Lanny McDonald. But he was only 5'7", 165 pounds, but he made that size work for him. So there's also, I think, some NHL SO stickers of Fran Huck, if you can find them. I don't remember his cards being very readily available back in the day, but Fran Huck, when true Montreal Canadiens fans think about him, we said, did so well with Team Canada. We couldn't keep him, but he represented his Regina well. He represented Saskatchewan tremendously. He represented Team Canada, and he's one of those. I keep on thinking like people like Sean Burke and Glenn Anderson that went back to the Team Canada program to give back, and just tremendous. But Fran was excelled on the big ice, and ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget this. Checking was only allowed at the world level, I think, in the late 60s. So with the open ice, he was hard to stop. I'd like to see the raw statistics, what he did for Team Canada. I think he scored upwards of 30, 40 goals in like 60 games or pace. But, that would be, there's not much statistics like baseball and football of the 1960s era for world and exhibition hockey like there is for baseball and football games, both preseason and regular season. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Keep your stick in the ice, and if you have a chance, again, check out my other podcast. We're going to try to do 150, no joke, on the Montreal Canadiens 1960s and 70s era. I came up publicly just a few weeks ago saying I was the number one expert in New Brunswick on the history of the Montreal Canadiens of the 70s and 80s. I think I am, because I've been a fan of the Habs and covered the Habs for a combination. As a fan, it's been 50 years I've been a fan of Montreal, and covered Montreal for 37 years. If there's another person in New Brunswick who's a bigger expert, I'd like to meet you, and we'll meet at 5 paces to argue if Chuck Lefley was actually Murray Wilson, because I never saw them in the same place before or since. Was Chuck Lefley and Murray Wilson the same person? Yet to be determined. Have a good day. Bye.